and gentlemen, it's time. Please welcome to your
Hey yo, it's Highway, and you're watching Morgan Sports Network.
Sitting in my room for the fifth time the same night. Can't even describe my urge to fight in my mind. Figuring out where do I even start. I know I've done this 100 times. Sometimes you just need a restart. Yeah, need to unload your mind and put it back in the shopping cart. Hoping the next day you'll go through with the.
Welcome in, basketball fans. I'm Ryan Turner, joined by Tyler Buckway tonight. We've got a call for you. Tyler Quigley's away on business, so he's not here, so I'm going to fill in for him. We welcome in our fans watching from Grantsville. We hope that you enjoy this broadcast. Tonight we have the Morgan Trojans versus the Cowboys of Grantsville, Tyler, and if the varsity game is anything like what we saw in the JV game, we're in for a nice game tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'll be, again, a physical game, what we always expect to see when Morgan plays Grantsville. I mean, it's always a fun game, too. They're the two rival teams, and I think both communities love and hate playing each other, so it's always a good night.
A love-hate relationship, right? I mean, you want to beat the best, but sometimes it's a real physical battle, and it's hard, but it's always fulfilling when you get that win.
Oh, yeah.
Especially against a team like Grantsville because they are so good. Both communities, smaller communities that really take pride in their athletics, and both have produced a really quality athlete over the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Grantsville beat us in the state championship game in football a year ago, and then this year we finally got the best of them and won that state championship.
Yep.
In basketball, they had a really good team going into state last year. Had a couple of really great players, and we've split those games last year with them, 1-1. We beat them here on a buzzer beater, which was super fun and exciting.
By your own son. I was going to mention that. I was going to say Gavin Turner last time here.
Usually I don't like to talk about him too much because I don't want people to get bugged by that, but it was super exciting.
Oh, you should. You should be proud. He's a great kid.
It was about from half court, and it was exciting.
I will never forget it. I was in the student section for that one. And, I mean, we all jumped up. We all pushed him to that back corner where the banners are.
That's right.
And we loved it.
Tonight, Grantsville brings in a couple of those players that were key to that good team last year. They graduated a couple of seniors, Allred and Killian, that were great players for them, but returning and probably some of the key contributors tonight, I'm sure, are going to be Mulford, Morinson, and Mondragon. Morinson and Mulford are both neck and neck in scoring for the Cowboys.
Yep.
Technically, Mulford is leading the charge for the Cowboys, averaging about almost 14, 15 points a game.
Okay.
And Mortenson's right there with him as well, around that 14-point per game mark. They both shoot the ball really well from the outside, so the Trojans are going to have to play some great perimeter defense tonight to try to slow them down. The Cowboys aren't super big.
No.
I think we have the height advantage and maybe the size advantage tonight, but they're super athletic, super quick, well coached. Nate Austin is their coach, a former player in the collegiate level for BYU. Obviously, Brad Matthews is the coach for the Morgan Trojans. But I see us having a big advantage on the inside tonight, Tyler.
No,
I think
I would have to agree.
we got to get the ball down low and hopefully get it into Bailey and to Criddle and to Olson, and I think we can get some good opportunities if we can do that.
No, and one of the great things we have is Eli Bailey first started for this Trojans team as a center, and his footwork down there is, I mean, it's amazing. So when you have a guy like Eli Bailey who's able to score from outside and in, and he's playing against I'm sorry, the student section's holding up the papers that said we won state right now. So I'm sorry to interrupt what I was saying. Oh, that's good.
I see a lot of state championship hoodies out there.
Yes. Oh, wow. Anyways, Eli, I talked to Eli before the game, and I was like, Eli, tonight you should just take it inside. I mean, who's going to stop you? I mean, even other teams, they have a hard time. So I'm sure we'll see a lot from Eli Bailey down at the 5. I'm sure, I hate to say it, but I'm sure Matthews played Josh a little bit less time tonight just because they want to see Eli have those mismatches.
coming in for the Trojans, Eli Bailey is the leading scorer on the year for the Trojans. But the thing about the Trojans is there's no shortage of really everyone contributing. Eli's averaging about 12 and a half, almost 13 points a game. Derek Tilby's almost there in double digits. He's averaging 9.5, close to 10 points a game. Colton Acey's about 8. Joe Waite's about 8. And Tanner Matthews is about 7. So a lot of good scoring coming from the Trojans, and it's spread out over quite a few players. There's not just one guy that the Trojans depend on to lead the way. Obviously, Eli is leading the way, but it's not like if Eli has a bad night, there's no hope or no other option, right?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, there's a lot of great scorers on this team, and even guys that don't shoot as much are still great scorers. I mean, Josh Criddle, he can put it up. So can Luke Olson. Gavin, he doesn't like to shoot too much, but he is one of the better shooters on this team. Last game, we got to see him do a step-back three that was out of character, but it needs to be more in character. I mean, the Trojans have so much scoring ability with good defense, and tonight they're going to be the bigger, more physically dominant team. I personally believe that the Trojans should win this matchup, but it will be very hard as, like we talked about, Grantsville's very well coached, they're very fast, and they're amazing shooters.
Right now, the Trojans are sitting number 3 in the RPI, and the Grantsville Cowboys are number 5. So that's kind of a flip-flop. The Cowboys early on in the year were number 1. After a couple of losses that they've got, they're 11-3 on the year. The Trojans are 10-3 on the year. But both teams have been playing really well, so this should be a good matchup. I think either team, this will really strengthen their RPI position, whoever gets this win. And again, this is the second matchup for a region game, so this is super important because region has now started. It's no longer preseason. Grantsville beat Ben Lomond on Wednesday for their first region win, and the Trojans beat South Summit for their first region win. But this is a key game for both teams tonight, and both teams need that win, right?
Yeah, and this is almost a region championship I mean, of course, other teams can still take it, but these are two of the better teams in the region, so this could determine it later.
We expect both teams to compete for that region title, depending on how these games go, for sure, right? And both teams to compete at state super well and super good also. We're going to go ahead and have our national anthem, and so we'll address that, and then Tyler and I will be back with you with a couple of stats before we start the game.
Tonight, we have a big crowd. I mean, I haven't seen a crowd this big come in for any Morgan games yet.
Well, and that's partly a tribute to Grantsville because the town came. There's no one in Grantsville tonight.
No.
Usually when we played football against Grantsville back when I was in high school, which was a long, long time ago, Tyler, but really, literally both towns would show up.
Yeah.
You couldn't find a place to sit. It was standing room only, and so I'm excited about that fact tonight that Grantsville did bring a lot of people here to cheer them on. That's great. It's a good atmosphere. Both teams love it, deserve to play in a great atmosphere, right?
Yep.
Have some fans and have some cheering. So hopefully it's just a good game, and both teams play hard.
No, I'd have to agree. And in 3A terms, I mean, this is the Lakers and the Celtics. I mean, that's a good comparison of what this really is and what this fuel is for both teams. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
Your starting lineup for Grantsville tonight, we've got number 33, Bunderson, number 32, Mortensen, number 24, Mondragon, number 11, Mulford, and I believe number 5, Sorensen, but
Yep.
I'll have to double check that.
And
For the Trojans, do we have our starting lineup, Jake?
look at the iPads isn't right
Oh,
here.
it's not
buddy.
hooked up, so I apologize about that. We've got Eli Bailey, Aiden Harris, Gavin Turner, number 22, Joe Waite, and number 33, Josh Criddle.
And that
And
man will be an X factor for
I
tonight.
apologize for Grantsville. It is Powell, number 13, in the starting lineup for the Cowboys.
And here we go. Morgan versus Grantsville. The Trojans versus the Cowboys. The game everyone's been waiting for. It'll be a good matchup. We got Eli jumping. That's always a good sign.
That is.
And I'm ready to go. I'm personally very hyped up for this game. So if I seem a little more energetic, it's because
I am a little
I'm
excited.
ready.
This is great. We got the band here playing some music. Atmosphere is electric.
No, we have all of our state champion stuff over there with the hoodies and the newspapers being held up. It's a great atmosphere, and man, I can't say I've been this excited for a little while.
Here we go with Powell and Bailey on the jump. Bailey wins that jump, controlled by the Trojans. Turner hands off to Harris. Harris looks to drive, passes out to Bailey. He'll take a jumper for 2, in and out. Rebound, Josh Criddle. Nice rebound by Josh.
And there we go. That's the
Turner
start
with the
of
jumper.
the
No good.
physicality of the Trojans. I mean, Josh,
They're going to give Josh a foul on that one, though.
but he's going to be stronger than the guys down low, and he's going to get a lot of fouls tonight, but we need that because he's going to bully him down low and get a lot of rebounds too.
Yeah, Powell is the leading rebounder for the Cowboys, and Josh is the leading rebounder for the Trojans. So those two ought to have a good battle down low tonight.
And he's also the leading steal leader, so that'll be fun to see as well coming into this game. He's one of the Trojans' better defenders. Even when he's on the point guard, he can still move around
Looks
with
like
him.
Trojans switching every screen.
Oh, and a
Turner's getting a
steal.
steal. And he lays it up for 2.
And an easy 2 points for Gavin Turner there, and that's what the Trojans want to do is they want to create pressure and get fast breaks.
Mulford brings the ball up for the Cowboys. He'll go over to Cooper. Cut to the hoop there by Mortensen. It's going to go off of him and be out of bounds for Trojan basketball.
And Grantsville's feeling a little bit scared of the Trojans' physical defense. I mean, so far I don't know if I've played any teams that play as physical as the Trojans do defensively. So that's going to be a big factor coming into this game.
Mortensen made a good cut there. It's just that pass was just a little off target. And he is bodying up Bailey.
He's doing pretty good.
Oh, good move to the hoop there by
There we go. And Aiden Harris has such good explosion. I mean, his first 2 steps can
Mulford
go.
trying to push
Oh,
the ball
wow.
and goes out of bounds off of Bunderson's hands.
And the student section is wild. I mean, they're loving it. The whole entire crowd's loving it. It's fun to see.
Turner will walk the ball up for the Trojans. Gives to the high point at Criddle. He'll get the ball back. Bounce around the screen. He'll take a 3. It's going to be short. Josh is going to save it, but it's out of
It's
off
Trojan ball.
Mortensen because he's out of bounds when it hits him.
And that was just a smart play by Josh there. You can see the athleticism as he jumps out of bounds, smacked it off Mortensen,
Yep.
and it'll be Trojans' ball.
Got to have the shot clock here reset down to 18 seconds because that ball did not hit the rim. Bailey thought about the 3. Looks to drive, passes it out to Turner. Turner will drive. Tries to throw it inside to Criddle. Out to Joe Waite, and it's off of his hands. Turnover for the Trojans.
Yeah, and the Trojans there just got a little bit too hurried. They got to slow it down in order to be able to beat physical defense from Grantsville. I mean, both teams have it, and both teams rely on it.
Morrison over to Cooper.
Good offense there, cutting around, trying to get an open lane.
You can see, he's cutting hard to the hole, but the Trojans, Mulford for three, hits it.
And he gets it. And that's one thing Grantsville is really good at is they can shoot lights out, and they've been able to do that for the past 3 years. I mean, it's every single game. You should be ready to see Grantsville hitting some threes.
That's a block on Gabe there.
And looking at the replay, I mean, to me, that's an easy call. Eli's trying to get around him, and he just reaches forward and hits
him with the body.
Yeah.
Turner has the ball up top for the Trojans. Looks for a screen from Criddle. Tries a backdoor cut pass to Bailey. Gets it to him.
Foul.
No shot there. No good on the shot. Powell brings it up for the Cowboys.
And Eli got hit pretty hard there on that reverse
Morrison
layup.
will fire a three, but that's going to be a travel.
Oh, and Eli Billy runs off all happy after that one, and the student section's hyped. So I got to stand. I'm excited for this one.
Turner over to Waite. Going back to him. Pressure by the Cowboys. Joe Waite for three. Long on that shot. Rebound fought for. Harris almost had it, but Bunderson comes down with it.
And he got up there for that one. He barely didn't get it.
Morrison open for three. He's going to miss that. Rebound by Aiden Harris.
Joe was pushed a little bit there at the end. I mean,
Harris looks to drive,
physical.
and he's going to be a turnover there for the Trojans. Philby up off the bench. He's going to come in the game, it looks like. Oh, Josh tried for the steal, overplayed it.
Travel
goes
there.
to Bunderson for three, no good. Josh fights for it, gets the rebound.
Number 13 took at least 3 or 4 steps on that last one. I thought for sure there'd be a travel call.
This is a frantic pace here for both teams.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Aiden turns that over. Mulford gets the ball coming in transition.
Gavin with the good defense there to be able to stay in
Shut
front.
that off, yep. Morrison drives in, tries to hand it off. Stolen by Josh Criddle. Joe Waite to Harris for three. No good, but a rebound by Josh. He'll go back up with it.
And he's just too strong. That's Josh Criddle right there, the Muley Bear. He gets the rebound, fights over the defender, and puts it right back in, and I expect that from Josh all game.
Yeah, that's what we need from Josh, right? I mean, not only is he fighting for those rebounds, but got to go back up and get those layups.
Yeah. And no one can stop him, really. I mean, he's just too big, and he's too athletic. I can see Josh going off for at least 12 tonight.
Powell gets the ball down low. Passes back out to Bunderson. It's off his leg, but it's going to be retained by the Cowboys. Mulford will drive, go to the hoop, and get the layup.
That was a good layup there by Mulford. I mean, he found the space, and he took it.
He's super quick. Drives to the hoop there and gets the bucket.
We got
Not sure what the call
here.
here is.
We got AC, Olsen, and Tilby in. Taking out the Muley Bear, Joe and Aiden Harris. Joe Waite.
Number 23, Roberts, will check in for the Cowboys, and also number 21, Cooper, and number 24, Mondragon. And in for the Trojans, Tilby, Olsen, Bailey, AC, and Turner.
Good find there to Olsen.
Oh,
It's an
nice
easy
move by
bucket.
Olsen there.
I mean, he's too big for Mondragon to really be able to do anything. He's living off a prayer trying to play some defense.
Just a big body that is going to be tough to handle for the Grantsville Cowboys if they can get the ball into Olsen like that.
Yeah.
Down low, that low, he's really hard to handle. Mulford with that quick crossover again.
And a block.
But we're going to get a foul here on that block. That's going to go against Colton.
Looking at the replay here, I mean, I think he got him a little bit on the wrist is where they have it, but that was a good defensive coverage there by AC.
This is a repeat of the JV game so far, Tyler. The only person to score for Grantsville is Mulford.
Really?
Like it was Brim Hall there in the
Yes,
first
that's
game.
right. It was number 20. Yeah, Brimhall.
Brim Hall had all the points there for the while for the Cowboys, and
Yep.
Mulford has 6 points now for the Cowboys in this game.
And it looked like Tanner Matthews and Tate Nelson. will
Mulford's
be
off the
checked
mark
in.
on that second one.
They'll be coming in a minute. Guessing for Eli and Gavin.
Oh, a nice move there by Tilby. Goes hard to the hole. Passes to ACA in his favorite corner.
Oh, barely.
Just off the rim.
And notice Grantsville's defense, when they can't get up to the shot, they start running at the Trojan players' legs. Kind of interesting defensive tactic to try and scare them when they're shooting. Oh, great find. I mean, that was
Roberts with a great pass to Mondragon, but can't finish, and then he's going to get the foul.
an amazing pass, but Mondragon just can't finish. And after that, he's frustrated, so he decides to be a little cheap and try and get, and he gets Olsen with the foul there.
That is 2 team fouls for both the Trojans and the Cowboys. Tilby will bring the ball up. Hand off to Tate. Tate looking inside for Luke. Can't find him, but he'll drive to the hole hard. Throw it out to AC for 3. Off the mark this time, but Tate finds the rebound. Goes hard over to AC, but finds Tanner Matthews. AC for another 3. Off the mark again. A rebound fought for, and it's going to go against
I think it's against
Mondragon
Grantsville.
again.
Yep. And looking at the replay here, trying to watch it, they're pushing Luke quite a bit, and they're fighting, and he just pushes AC out of the way.
Now that'll be the second on Eli. 2 quick fouls for him. Number 5, Sorensen will check in, and also Powell is back in as well. Trojans tried to go to Olsen on that inbounds play, but it's stolen by the Cowboys. And
What a
Derek
steal.
Tilby with a great steal. Picked off Mulford's pass there in the air.
I mean, he just got up there for that one. That was just a great defensive play.
Trojans looking to pass it around the perimeter here a bit. We got a double dribble on Tilby. Otherwise, that floater would have been a great
replay
shot.
here.
He did. He picked it up, and then
Yeah.
I guess
Well, I feel like that's kind of like him trying to grab the ball. I feel that's more of a fumble for the first dribble.
it seemed like a dribble just because of the way he did grab it, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he had clear possession,
No.
like you're saying. The intent wasn't that it was a dribble, but it looked like a dribble.
Yeah, and that's just the ref's call right there.
Great hustle play there by Tate Nelson.
I mean, he's got a few. He had that
Saved
offensive
that going out
rebound
of
on there,
bounds
too.
and then kept the dribble and got up.
Fouled a little bit. No call. And we're going to
Olsen's
foul on
gonna-
Olsen
Olsen's
there.
gonna foul Powell.
And Matthews just telling Tate and Olsen just to calm down. It's all right. We just got to play slow and play our game.
I think both teams are a little excited here. Got 30 seconds to go here in the half. And score 8-6 so far. Mulford bringing the ball up. Again, he's got all 6 points for Grantsville right now. They're looking for a last shot here of the quarter. Oh, great
And a
play by
steal.
Tanner Matthews. Can't hold on to it, though. Mulford sees the clock. He knows there's only a few seconds. Passes ahead to Roberts. But he's going to dribble that out of bounds. 2 seconds to go.
And Grantsville's coach is not happy. He's saying press, 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 press. He's trying to get his players back into position, but and they do hear it in time before we get the ball in. It's stolen for a shot.
That would have been good if it went. But
Yeah.
Roberts gets that still and gets the shot off, but cannot find the rim. Wow. I got to
What
take
a
a breath
quarter.
for a second.
What
I
a
was just
quarter.
like, that was, like you said, it was exciting, but, I mean, the atmosphere here is awesome, but both teams are just playing at a frantic pace, and I'm feeling it myself, right?
I mean, you could cut the tension with a knife. I mean,
So
everyone
far-
here is feeling it.
So far, 4 Trojans have scored a bucket each for the offense, and Mulford has all 6 points for Grantsville. So he's been slashing to the basket, hit the 3. But both teams really running up and down the floor now,
yeah.
Tyler.
And, I mean, both teams are both playing very good defense, and they're very physical defense, too, and the refs are letting them do it. So we've seen a lot of turnovers because of that, and honestly, it's really, it gets your heart pumping. I mean, you're just wondering who's going to get it next, and it's a fun game to watch.
For sure. Tonight, your game is brought to you by Pobans Orthodontics and also Ben Brown Real Estate. So we want to thank them for providing a sponsorship to the Morgan Sports Network, making this possible. Coming out of this timeout, we're going to have Tilby, Matthews, Turner, AC, and Olsen on the floor for the Trojans. And then for the Cowboys, we've got Sorensen, Morensen, Powell, Roberts, and Bunderson. Oh, a good move there by Grantsville to get Gabe all alone underneath, but Colton's going to get that foul. That's going to be his second.
Yeah, and the Trojans had a defensive breakdown there, and they tried to recover, but ended up getting the foul.
He just came in from that backside, and no one came with him.
No. Very loud in here.
Gabe off the mark with that first. And he misses the second. Rebound by Olsen.
And the pressure is just too much there with the student section screaming in his ear.
Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we can hear it. We have our headphones on. We can only hear certain things.
Tilby over to Matthews. Finds Turner in the corner, up to Olsen. Takes it back. He'll drive in. Back Powell down. Looks for some help. Goes outside to Tanner. AC drives in, does the floater. No good. Off Roberts there. Turner gets it. Looks for some help. He'll find Matthews. Tilby will slow it down here. He'll pop a three. And
yes. Wow, and Tilby is just so good. Even though he's only a junior, he plays like he's a senior, and he's always ready to go.
Tilby closes out hard there. Powell gets it. Oh, what a shot by Powell.
Wow.
I cannot believe he got that to go.
That was pretty cool. I mean,
that was awesome.
It was definitely a foul there. They fouled him pretty hard, but he still was
I thought they were going to call the foul on Tilby on the ground.
Wow, and he
didn't.
went underneath and barely got it.
They wait and call the foul on Matthews, and that allows him to get the three-point opportunity. He misses it. Turner fights for the rebound, gets it.
And we got a jump, but I think that was a foul there.
That's what it seemed like, huh? He's got his arm. He doesn't have the ball.
Yeah, he has no ball there. That is definitely a foul. We need the refs to get up here and look at this. And Grantsville's coach isn't happy about it. He thinks it shouldn't have been a jump ball.
Well, I guess we can replay that for him later.
Yeah.
Show him what really happened there. Matthews hands off to Olsen. Back to Turner. He'll back it out. Kind of reset for the Trojans.
And he is the Trojans' point guard, and he knows how to slow the game down, and that's one of the good things he does.
AC for three.
Yes!
Finally gets it.
Yes. And that's Colton AC.
Money ball.
Do not leave that man open. He will make it.
Cowboys go inside to Powell.
And Powell doesn't know what to do here.
He's trying to back Olsen down. Goes up. Gets the
wow,
roller.
What a shot. That was very good. He jumps over to the middle to try and create some space and barely has any, but he uses it to his advantage to be able to get it in. Very smart play there by Powell. Corner three.
AC for three. No good. Oh, the confusion there between Turner and Matthews to who was going to get that rebound. And was that Bunderson on the basket?
I think so. The scoring gap is only 2 points right now. Close game.
Matthews for three.
And
Money!
Matthews says no to that. We're going to put it back to 5.
Kenner Matthews for three. Bunderson brings it up over to Moritz.
Matthews being the coach's son, I mean, he has to work so hard to be able to play because I know Coach Matthews is very hard.
And we got a foul drawn on Moritz by Turner.
And let's watch the replay here. Turner goes, and his feet are almost set. He's sliding a little bit. He tried to get set.
I think it's because he plays through him.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
call that foul. I mean, he's sliding, but Morrison just goes all the way through it.
I mean, he just kind of lowered himself and hit Gavin there, so it definitely should have been an offensive foul, and they got it right. And Grantsville's fans are not happy, but, I mean, when are they ever happy when they have to play us?
Bailey checks back in, and so does Harris,
Oh,
Criddle,
yep.
and Joe Waite.
Starting 5.
Ooh, Bailey almost lost the handle there. Gets it over to Harris, though. Harris will drive in hard, go up with that left hand, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Oh, we got
There's
a foul
a foul.
call there on the Cowboys.
I've been waiting for that foul to be called. There's been a lot of contact in this offensive possession.
That's going to go against Roberts. That'll be 5 team fouls for both the Cowboys and the Trojans now.
And Grantsville isn't happy. Something is going on. See what they're complaining about. I don't know.
Oh, they gave it to 32, and it shouldn't have been. It should have been to 23.
Oh, okay.
They have Gabe now with 3 fouls on the board. But he wasn't in the game. I can see how I'd be
I would be
frustrated with that.
disappointed too.
Joe, wait for 3. Just off the mark. And Powell sells that one a little bit. Gets the overback call on.
Yep, on Criddle
Josh.
there. And then he makes sure to whips his head back and forth like he's in one of those commercials where they dump the water over their head.
Yep,
You know?
that'll be Criddle's second.
Another Emmy Award nominee there. Back cut, missed. I don't know if Josh would have seen that.
Mulford goes out to Bunderson. He drives to the hole.
Wow!
Harris
Whoa!
off of Bunderson.
Oh my
Touch him up.
gosh! And that is just the athleticism of
Mark
Aiden
Mark,
Harris.
Mark that for a clean play.
That's
potential.
got to be a clean play potential right there. I mean, oh my goodness, that was so exciting. I don't know who was shooting that from Grantsville, but he has no idea where the ball went. He is still wondering
was
where he is
Bunderson.
right now.
Oh, Bailey couldn't quite control that, but it's going to go off of Mulford. Out of bounds. And that is off Mulford on the replay. Turner over to Harris. Back to him. Trying to look inside there. Probably for Josh. Joe goes back to Harris. Finally get it inside. Aiden to the hoop.
Yes.
Gets it.
And from the block all the way back down, and he gets himself a good layup with the assist by Criddle. Eli has some good defense here.
Mulford up top with the ball.
just
Passes off
looking through
to
his
Powell.
soul. I mean, Gavin looks
Got
like
a
an
switch
eagle,
here.
ready to take his prey.
Bunderson to the hole hard. Gets the layup.
And that
Nice
time
move
he
by
got,
him.
That time he got a better outcome than the last layup he had. And I was smart of him to lean back a little bit and kind of float it so he didn't get blocked.
We've got 3 minutes to go here in the first half, and an exciting game here between the Cowboys and the Trojans. This one, electric from the start, fast pace the whole time. Both teams playing hard. Right now, a 5-point lead for the Trojans. I'm loving the atmosphere here, Ty. What do you think?
Oh, I love it so much. I mean, I'm excited, and I'm standing up. I'm moving around a little bit. I'm ready to go. I mean, it's very fun to see and very fun to be able to be here. And I'm getting paid. I mean, that's a plus. I get paid to watch this game.
That's a good thing. I don't get paid. How did you work that deal?
Oh, they said because I'm a student and I get paid. I told them I'd work for free, and they said, no, we'll pay you.
Child labor laws.
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 minutes to go here. It'll be Trojan basketball, 5-point game. Again, your game brought to you tonight by Pobans Orthodontics and Ben Brown Real Estate, Cornerstone Real Estate. We appreciate their sponsorship of the Morgan Sports Network. Make it possible for us to bring you this game. Eli for 2. No good. Rebound to Roberts. He pushes the ball for the Cowboys.
I'm surprised Eli didn't make
Goes all the
that.
way to the
That's a
hoop,
shot.
comes all the way around, passes to Bunderson. Bunderson's been driving to the hole well tonight. There's kind of a little push off there by Mulford.
He did, but he barely got that above Criddle's fingertips there. I thought we were going to get a Criddle block.
Good shot by him.
Smacks Gavin around a little bit. I'm
Eli
wondering
goes
where
hold
the
to the
foul's
hard.
going to come here.
And we're going to get a traveling violation.
Let's look at the replay. All right, it still has his dribble, still has it. Dribble, one, two, and then the ball smacked out.
But it went off his leg.
I think they called travel.
Did they call it travel? Or
Yeah. I think that should have been Morgan's ball. The ball knocked out of bounds.
Green here by.
And he got bailed out there
Oh,
by his
yes.
teammate Open.
Luckily, no good on that three,
Yep.
but it was wide open.
Good rebound by the Muley Bear.
Turner thought about the three, fakes, drives in, passes off to Waite. He'll go outside to Bailey for three, short. Roberts with the rebound for the Cowboys.
And we can't replay that, but all four out of five Grantsville players were
Volt for
blocking
three,
out
no good.
Josh Criddle there to make sure Josh couldn't try and get it.
He gets his own rebound, goes in hard, gets his own rebound again.
Yes!
Josh Criddle.
And I mean, you can almost give it to Aiden. There's two defenders there ready for it, and they both just batted it down.
Aiden to the hole hard, no good, and we got a charge.
Look at the replay here. He's driving, and yep, his feet are set.
It looked like he kind of went around him, but
He did, but the Grantsville player got his right arm hooked on him, and that's how he went down. And Gavin is complaining to the rest about the nonstop hacking that he is having to deal
he's
with
saying
right
he's
now.
getting hooked too as they're driving to the.
Yeah, which he
on full
definitely
screen.
is. I've seen it every single time. But Gavin is no stranger to physical play against him. Every single team thought by holding him would stop him in football, but no one did. So
I like that the Trojans are switching on these screens. A lot of times we go underneath that or we don't switch it,
Yeah.
and a guy gets just wide open because they roll to the hoop. So
and Powell's setting a lot of moving screens. I don't know if you noticed that last one, but that was a attempted moving screen on Criddle.
Mulford for three. He's lighting it up for the Cowboys.
And Josh re-gets it and out to Matthews.
He'll take the jumper. No good. Josh with the rebound.
Yes!
And one!
Yes!
Wow.
I'm sorry to be so excited, but that is the Muley Bear right there. Like we
That's a
talked about
huge
earlier,
play.
he is just too strong. I mean, he has two defenders hitting him right there. He's just too big.
And I love that he
He's
didn't bring
too
the
big.
ball down, that he just took
No.
it right up,
He's so athletic. I mean,
all in one motion.
when do you see a kid who can weigh 225 and still run a 4? I think he just ran a 4.840. I mean, he is an athletic freak. Any college coach watching for football or basketball, I don't care where you want him. He can do it, and Grantsville won't be able to handle him inside for this game.
Free throw no good, but it's going to go off a pal out of bounds. Trojan ball.
And they're going to give Criddle a rest. After that amazing play, do we have that saved for a possible clean play of the game? Great. That definitely will be my vote later on. It's Criddle jumping over two guys and putting it right
That was
back.
a good play. That was an awesome play. Harris will inbound here for the Trojans. We've got 45 seconds to go in the half. Tight ball game, 21-19. 7 fouls on the Trojans, 16 fouls on the Cowboys.
Grantsville is trying to get a little bit of noise in here. And the student section lets them know that they're quiet.
This is the biggest student section we've had all year, so that's
Oh, easily. I mean, they're
That's
not
awesome.
even, they're outside of the student section as well. They're at the top
Yeah.
rafters, too. I wish PJ could hear us so we can really quickly get a shot of that. But that is definitely a good view to see, is an entirely full student section. I thought Gavin was going to shoot that right there.
2-for-1 opportunity is what they have, but I don't think they realize that. Matthews will fire. Too strong. Rebound by Sorensen.
And the stadium's starting to get loud here from the Grantsville side.
Shot clock is off, so Cowboys look to play for the last shot here.
And some physical play right there between Powell and Olsen. I mean, this arena is getting very loud.
Turner trying to pressure Mulford a little bit. Throws it up to Sorensen.
We need a lot of
Cuts
cuts
to the
and
hoop.
screens.
Double screen there. Triple screen. Mulford's going to be open for three. And
he
hit
gets
it.
it. Wow. What a shot by Mulford. He really is taking over the game here for Grantsville.
Trojans switched that, and nobody went with Mulford.
No. And that's hard on Gavin there when he's getting screens nonstop. I don't think anyone called it out for
Well,
him.
Gavin went to the first pass,
Yeah.
and no one went to the second pass.
A little bit of a breakdown,
Big,
sure.
big shot there for Grantsville to end the half on that note. They take the lead 22-21. That's their first lead of the game. Mulford on fire there for the Cowboys has 3 threes and 14 points for them tonight. Good half there for both teams. We are going to have our halftime entertainment of our cheerleaders, but they're due to compete here soon, so we're not going to film that. You'll just have to think about it in your mind, I guess.
Play on your phone for a little
They're going to only do this performance for those that are here live. They don't want this recorded, so we're going to honor their request on that. They're getting ready to go to compete at the state tournament for cheerleading and dance or whatever that category is.
Yep.
Their coach told us that they have to compete against the 4A schools this year, so
Which doesn't seem very fair.
doesn't seem fair, but it's if anyone's up to the task, it's our cheer team.
Oh, I would
Tyler.
definitely have to agree.
They are multiple-time back-to-back state champions, so they have the skills to compete with them for sure in the 4A division. But some of those other 3A teams, it might not be as advantageous for them. So super excited to see what they perform here tonight. Tyler and I will take a little bit of a break, and we'll come back to you with some stats right before the end of the half. All right, welcome back in, basketball fans. We're just about to end halftime here between the Grantsville Cowboys and the Morgan Trojans. I'm Ryan Turner, joined by Tyler Buckway, filling in for Ty Quigley tonight. We want to thank our sponsors of the game, Pobans Orthodontics and Cornerstone Real Estate with Ben Brown. We appreciate them bringing this game to you tonight. That first half was a wild one, Ty. Mulford, huge half for the Cowboys, 14 points. Powell with 4 and Bunderson with 4. Low scoring first half. Trojans had a lot of players score 3, 4, 2, but the leading scorer for the Trojans right now are Aiden Harris with 4 and Josh Criddle with 4. So Trojans are spreading it around. Cowboys relying on Mulford. What do you expect here in the second half?
Well, I expect the Trojans. What I want to see personally is more inside play. I mean, like you said, Aiden Harris and Josh Criddle are leading scorers, and every single point they had is near the basket. You know, and like they have done so well with that, and the Trojans need to keep attacking the hole, and then the threes will come because Grantsville's going to have to close in, and then we can get the open ones when we pass out.
Grantsville's been slashing to the basket, doing a lot of cuts, good motion, quick motion. Trojans have done well with it, but there's been a couple of open shots that they've got out of that motion when they come back outside too, or on some long rebounds. So got to kind of watch that.
Yep.
It's going to be Grantsville basketball to start this second half. We've got Mulford, Mortensen, Powell, Cooper, and Bunderson on the floor for the Cowboys. We've got Harris, Waite, Criddle. Good shot there by Powell for 2.
Now just smart of him. I mean, he knew he was taller, so he just went up with it.
Turner and Bailey on the floor for the Trojans as well. Nice move there by Harris. Goes hard to the hole, and he's going to draw a foul.
And that's what we talked about a second ago, just inside play.
That's going to go on Powell. That'll be his first.
I think that's going to be the game changer for this, is whoever wants to take it more to the hoop is going to win this game.
You got to get to the hoop, especially for the Trojans. Off the mark there for Aiden. He'll have one more. He'll hit that. Mulford quickly up for the Cowboys. Gets a screen. He'll take a 3. They've got to switch that.
And Mulford has been lighting up the Trojans tonight. I mean, he's feeling it, and the Trojans got to be ready for it.
Turner upset with that because he gets screened and no one goes over and covers. We're going to get a travel on Bailey. Cowboys opening up a little bit of a lead here, Ty. 5 points now.
Yep.
Trojans had a lead early. And then the Cowboys didn't get the lead until that 3-point shot by Mulford at the half buzzer. Oh, good steal there by Criddle. Turner pushes it ahead to Bailey. He backs it in. Turner pushes the ball over in the corner. Waite thought about the 3, doesn't take it, drives in, leaves it short.
Wow.
Good hustle play there by Criddle.
Oh.
No foul?
I guess not. The refs don't see anything.
Wow. Wow. Okay, we're playing.
Yeah. The Trojans are driving it a little bit more, like we talked about. That's what they need to do.
They'll reset here and collect themselves.
And he's got to come off that screen a little harder and use
got to
it.
be a little quicker and get around Gabe. No good on the 3 by Waite. Mulford off and running.
Open for Mortensen.
He's no good on that 3, but Powell with a great effort there. Tips it over to his teammate Cooper for the rebound. Cowboys will reset. Passing outside on the perimeter, looking for somebody cutting. And they find a backdoor kick
Oh
by
my
Gabe, and
God.
another block by...
I got to start putting my mic away from my face.
Oh.
What a block by Josh Criddle. That's got to be another clean play nominee. I mean, look at the replay. And that wasn't a light block. That wasn't a tip. I mean, he sent that to the other side of the
That
gym.
was get it out of here.
Wow. Criddle says, not in my house. I own this place.
Cowboys down to 7 on the clock. Mulford sees it. He'll take the fake, drive in for the three. No good this time. He hasn't missed very many tonight, so that
No.
was lucky for the Trojans there.
Scared me a little bit.
Bailey looks to drive in, takes the jumper. No good. A great box out there by Mulford on Criddle. Put a body into him. Morrison for three. Hits it.
And, I mean, that's just another one. They leave them open. And Grantsville is a really good shooting team, so if they do that, they're going to hit it.
He shoots a lot of threes for Grantsville normally as well, so that's his first points of the night, but that's just it. He can get hot in a hurry, so Trojans cannot let that happen, cannot give that shot up, especially in transition. Somebody's got to be out there to cover that. I'm sure Coach Matthews in the huddle right now is saying just that, like, hey, we got to close out on these guys, cannot give them open shots.
Yeah, and defense is starting to break down a little bit, and I think that they're just not paying attention really. I mean, they just after the screen they're not talking, and they're losing track of their guys.
That's a 8-1 run here to start the second half for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So Trojans have got to get some defensive stops and also get some opportunities to get some points. Checking into the game, we're going to have a line shift here. We've got Matthews, Tilby, AC, Olson, and Tate Nelson for the Trojans. Tanner Matthews for three. No good.
Barely doesn't get
Olson tips it, but he's going to get called for an over-the-back foul.
Matthews doesn't like that. Let's look at the replay here. They're boxing him out, and, yeah, he was over the back there. But he just kind of tipped it. He didn't really
go straight up, but he really didn't go get the ball either.
He just kind of reached a little bit, and the ball hit his hand.
But it was a good box out by Grantsville.
Yes, it was. Loses it.
Which doesn't happen often.
No, he's a very good player.
This is what he's wanted, is Olson one-on-one, right?
And that's what Powell wants, is Tilby one-on-one.
Tilby backing him down. He'll go up and draw the foul.
Good defense, but with the foul, too. Watching the replay here, he stays big. He doesn't let him move him too much. But when he rips back around, Tilby gets him on the arm.
Yeah. Powell will have 2 free throws here. He hits the first.
Morgan student section's quiet for this.
They are.
Surprisingly.
Grantsville has taken some of the steam out of our sails with a 10-point lead now. Trojans have got to fight back here. I'd like to see Tate go hard to the hole like he normally does. Nice pass over to AC for three.
Yes! Yes! And that's Colton AC. Do not leave the man open. He will make it.
That's a big shot there for Colton. Needed that. Need him to get going. We talked about his shooting and his ability in the pregame and also in the JV game. He can get hot in a hurry, but that's just it. Is he's got to have opportunities, got to have looks. And he just hasn't had that many yet this game, right?
Nope.
Timeout here, and so it's a full timeout. Starting that second half, the Cowboys were on a big roll. They had a 10-1 run until that three by AC. So now it's a 10-4 run. That limits the damage a little bit, but Mulford shooting the lights out for the Cowboys tonight. He's already got 17 points, already above his average.
Yep.
They are holding Morrison under his average, but Bailey right now has not been scoring for the Trojans, who's normally our leading scorer. Right now, Bailey has yet to score in this game. So we need him to get going if possible and get some points.
Bailey and Mortensen both have been shutting each other down, and that's another factor for this game is seeing the leading scorers and some of their better players not being
Mondragon checks back into games, and so does Roberts.
Steal there by AC.
AC will take the floater. He'll draw the foul, though.
Yeah, he gets the foul on the ground first there. It was the defender was holding his hand.
That's going to be on Cooper. That'll be his first. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a turnover for a second.
We're going to get the ball inside to Luke somehow. Or put 3 guards up top for a second.
Tilby should take that.
And, I thought
Just
I
off
went
the
in.
mark. Rebound by Mondragon. Tate with all sorts of pressure on him.
It looked like that was going to
And he forces a turnover off of Mo. Oh, they say it's off Tate. Let's watch this replay here. He put a lot of pressure on him.
Yep. And, yeah, that was definitely out on Tate. Smacked the ball.
Cowboys set things up here. Looking inside. They find Morrison right at the key, and he'll take that jumper. No good, but he comes in for a rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Gabe.
Yeah, it looks like they got him an over the back on Tilby there, which we got that call earlier, so maybe a little. Yeah, he definitely squashes Tilby. That's an easy call.
That's his 3rd foul. Now you need to go at him.
Yeah.
See if you can draw that 4th.
Get him out of here. And I mean, without him on Eli, who's going to guard Eli?
Luke with that jumper, no good. Rebound to Gabe. Oh, Tilby with the
Steal.
steal. Nice hands. Great play there by Tilby. Goes cross court to AC, in the corner to Tate. Look for a backdoor cut, not there.
And they're in a man. We're just not moving around to find a gap.
Tilby will drive it in, throw it up, no good. Mondragon with the rebound, and Tilby almost with the steal, but they're going to get him on the foul this time.
Look at the replay here.
I think he just catches him on the arm here.
Yes, he does.
He does.
Definitely fouled him there. That's a good call. I'm going to take out Mortensen.
He must have saw my objective or my strategy to go right at him. He's going to limit that opportunity to get Gabe's 4th foul here in the 3rd period.
He
I'm
must
sure
be
he's
listening
sitting down.
to us right now.
Yes. Somebody's streaming the game in Grantsville telling Coach what to do.
We probably know better, right?
I'm sure Austin, Coach, knows more about basketball than I ever will.
I'm sure
Huge shot there by Cooper for 3.
And that gets them back to 10-point lead and a little bit more steam for Grantsville.
Tilby will take a 3 to answer. No good. Rebound Mulford.
And a quick foul by Tate there. Tate's wondering why it's a foul. Let's get a replay. I think he got him a little bit there.
If he did, it wasn't much. But
no, and he barely touches him, but the ref was quick to it.
That's Tate's first, though. I don't think I've ever called the game where I've said Tate's first foul in the 3rd period.
No, that is very rare. I'd have to agree. And that's not a bad thing.
Cowboys go inside to Powell. Tate has the ball, but it's going to be a foul on him again.
Let's look at the replay here.
Thought it would be a jump ball maybe, but that's going to be a foul on Tate.
I think he has the ball, honestly. Maybe he got his arm a little bit, but from that angle, it looked like he had all ball. Let's look at this one. Yeah, he still has the ball underneath him there.
Oh, Tate almost got the steal, but Tilby does get the steal, and now we're going to get a foul on Grantsville. It's going to be on Mondragon.
We got to ask for the moving screens here, and that was another moving screen set by, who was it, 23.
That's Mondragon's 3rd foul.
Like if we're doing that, just send Criddle out there to lower his shoulder like they are.
Luke will turn and take that jumper and hit it.
And that's a good shot for Luke Olson. I mean, he may be big, but he can shoot.
For sure. That's a key shot if they get it into it. Oh, a nice steal there by Tate. Looks over to the corner to Tilby. Matthews thought about a 3, tries to drive in. He'll have another for Olson. Oh, no good that time.
And a good
Tanner
fight
with
there.
A good fight for the rebound. Gives it to AC. Oh,
and
we needed that one.
That would have been big for the Trojans. Everyone in the arena stood up, and all of our hearts went up too. I mean, that was, woo. And a foul on Tanner, but it should be on the ground. If they're going to call this, it should be on the ground. Let's see.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
that's definitely. Oh,
and they're giving him free throws too. That is the incorrect. Well, it is a foul, but it's the incorrect placement
Should
of the
not
ball
be a
after.
continuation.
Yeah. And he took another step and went to shoot it after that. So, and the ball
No
will
good on
not
the
lie.
free throw. 10-point lead here for the Cowboys. Tate looks to drive in. Give it to Matthews for three. No good.
And on that one, Matthews he wasn't able to land there on his three.
That's AC's third foul. The Cowboys are doing a great job of boxing out, and we're just trying to go over them. We got to get around them.
No.
That's just too easy, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's just now we got a 1-and-1 for the whole. We're in the bonus already here in the third period.
That's
for the rest of the game. That's big.
That is definitely big, and that'll definitely change how this game plays out.
Cooper will go to the line for this 1-and-1, and he hits it. That is his 6th point of the game. All here in the second half. And he hits the second. AC for three. No good.
The Trojans just aren't shooting like they normally do today, and that's a foul? Wow. I personally believe he had all ball on that.
That's going to be the third foul on Tilby.
Yep, he has the ball there, and then the offensive guy throws his elbows, which is actually an offensive foul, but they're not going to call that. They're going to give Tilby the foul. When I was younger, if I did that, they told me, I'm going to give you a technical. But I guess the rules of basketball have changed since I was 13, 14.
When it's a bigger guy, it's always a foul.
Yeah. But not in that scenario. He was the bigger guy there.
He's not very big compared to you.
That's a fair point.
Cowboys on a little bit of a run here. Stretch this lead out to 12. Ty, we're almost here at the end of the third period. We've only got 43 seconds to go. Trojans have got to do something to shift this momentum.
No, they do. And if we can get a quick three right here or just a hard layup for an and one or anything.
This is going to be another free throw, though, for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Opportunity to stretch this lead out.
And I'm wondering, I think Matthews has put the starters back in once this quarter ends, but the Trojans need some steam. I mean, I don't know what it'll be, but we need it.
Colton hasn't shot the ball as well as he normally does this game. We've
neither
missed some of
is
that
Tilby,
scoring.
Neither is Eli, neither is Joe. I mean, no one really is having a good day today.
Yeah, we need Eli to get on the board here.
Everyone's kind of playing flat.
No good on that front end. Tate will come down with the rebound.
Gets fouled twice. No call.
Over to the corner to AC. Back up top. Tate will drive to the hole. Throw it up. No call. Tilby with the rebound.
Somehow none of these are fouls. Still wondering. Oh, there we go.
We finally get a foul here, and it's going to be on Mulford.
Refs are quick to
that's his first foul.
Give them to the Trojans, but they have to see a lot of bodies fall for Grantsville to get one.
Tilby cuts to the hole hard, and we're going to get
charge. His feet was moving. He went at Tilby there.
That's his fourth foul.
Let's look at the replay here. Tilby goes up, the defender jumps in front of him, jumps into him, and yep, I guess that's an offensive call. Coach Mack's not very happy, and I don't think anyone else is. I mean, I think that's pretty clear to see that that's a defensive foul there, not offensive.
That's a big foul call against Tilby.
Because the rule is if you can't get in the shooter's landing space, and the defender went straight into his hip when he went to go shoot.
Cowboys looking for Mulford. Morrison will take the three. No good. That's the end of your third period. Cowboys 39, Trojans 27. And it looks like we're going to have a line shift here for the Trojans. Your seniors and starters are going to go back in here to start this fourth period.
And I'm sure they're not very happy right now, and I'm hoping that they're coming out here with some anger and some
Fired
desire.
up and ready to do
you know?
something, right?
I mean, I personally am ready. I'm personally ready to see it. But whew.
So far tonight, Ty, again, our game is sponsored by Pobans Orthodontics. If you need any orthodontic work, they're the place to go. They're in South Ogden, and Cornerstone Real Estate. If you need any buying or selling of real estate, Ben Brown can help you with that. In addition to that, we've got our clean play of the game sponsored by Morty's Car Wash, and also our MVP of the game sponsored by Bingham's Custom Meats. Right now, we've got a couple of plays up for play of the game. We talked about that Aiden block. We talked about Josh's block and also Josh's putback on the tube. What are you leaning to right now so far?
I think Josh's putback was pretty incredible.
That was a pretty awesome play for sure.
I mean, he went over two guys and was fouled, but he still finished it somehow.
Not sure what Athletic Director Morrell was saying there on the announcement. Couldn't quite hear him. But he was announcing something that got the crowd's attention. Turner will bring the ball up for the Trojans. One thing I've noticed, Ty, about this game too is the Trojans on their scoring have not been a lot of assists.
No.
It's been a lot of individual play. We need to be passing the ball a little bit better and get some open looks.
Yeah, they're not passing it very well at all, and they're not having any offensive game plan either.
Mulford for three, short that time. Turner with the rebound. Trojans also haven't had very many opportunities to push the ball, but Turner does, and Josh just couldn't handle it there. A great find by Turner, but just off of the fingertips of Josh. It just hits him in the hands, and he's looking to go up a little too quick, right? It's kind of like that pass in football where you're trying to run before you catch it.
Yeah, similar scenario.
You can just see that right off his hands. Darn it. I was thinking we were going to get an assist right there.
I did too. Right, speak of the devil right after we're saying we need him.
Yeah. Trojans switching on these screens again. Cowboys drive to the hole, and a foul is called. I don't like to complain, but that is kind of a double standard there where we're seeing the Cowboys drive to the hole and get foul calls, and when the Trojans are driving, it doesn't seem like we're getting those calls.
Yeah, when I'm seeing the Trojans try and go up and Grantsville's hitting their hips and going low on them, being cheap, and we get nothing. But the second that Grantsville player gets slightly touched, it's a foul. I mean, that's
Roberts is good on that free throw. That's his first point of the game. He'll have another. It's double bonus from here on out for the Cowboys. So that's an uphill battle for the Trojans for sure. Yeah. Bunderson putting some pressure on Turner. He passes to Aiden, but it's stolen there by Roberts. Stolen back by Aiden. Gets it to Waite.
Good battle
Trojans
there.
will settle down. Waite will fake the three, drive in. Hang on a pivot, goes up, no good. Ball goes out. Scrum for it. Wow.
I think Criddle has it, but we're going to see what is going. Oh, whoa, and they just pushed Criddle there.
I don't know if they pushed Criddle. I think he was getting up and out. And a jump ball goes to the Cowboys.
I mean, I wonder how you don't see when Gavin's there first and they all dive into his body. Yeah, the student section's not very happy with the call.
Cowboys have stretched this lead out now to 14. Oh, Josh with a great play there. Gets a steal.
And that's what Josh is good at. I mean, he's the leading steal person for the Trojans.
Need to hit a shot here. Trojans need some points.
Yes, they do. Need something.
Turner
and
gets the
and one. Gets it. And that's what we needed right there. I mean, brings us 12 point now. And if he hits this, 11. This game's far from over, but it definitely is hard uphill battle
Yeah,
for the
well,
Trojans.
especially with 10 fouls already. They've got to get some stops, and they got to score on offense. I mean, that's obvious, right? I mean,
Yeah.
stating the obvious, but Turner will get that free throw.
A sigh of relief for the Trojans here as he hits that.
We haven't seen a press here from the Trojans yet tonight.
No. And I've expected that. I'm surprised it hasn't come out until just now.
I think that's a sign of respect of Grantsville's ball handling ability. I know Mulford is a good passer and super quick too, so. And this is what the Cowboys want, these mismatches, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's a little guy, it's out on the perimeter. Roberts takes that to the hole and scores.
He quickly gets that lead up a little bit more. We got to get some more of those guys at the top so that they can't just play inside on the free throw.
Turner needs to shoot that. And misses it badly. Darn it.
Yep.
That's not good. I think he was worried about getting that blocked.
Yeah, I think he was too.
Gabe left all alone for three. No good, but a rebound by Mon.
Oh my gosh.
And Aiden Harris with another block. Please mark that.
That's got to be marked. I mean, wow. That was another one where it's not tipped. It's not, I kind of got it. He sent it out of there.
Good block there. Turner will have a seat here, and so will Aiden Harris. Tilby and Matthews will check in. I think Coach is going for a little more three-point shooting here.
Yeah, and he definitely
has to.
Needs some points. But we need some defense too, so hopefully we'll be able to stop him on this.
AC also checked in. I didn't see that. He
I didn't know that either. Criddle's ready for that.
Cowboys are just slashing and driving to the hoop, and Roberts does it again. A great move by him.
Yep. And again, we got to figure out how to get those guards off the high post there. We need to have some more guard play up front.
Nice rebound there by Criddle. He's got the smaller guard on it. He'll take it up.
And that's what we need. We need to get it back inside to Eli and Criddle to be able to get this comeback. We're not going to get it from trying to huck it up from the M. We need to get it inside.
And it's got to be quick, too. I mean, the clock is not in our favor.
I mean, the Grantsville guards are sitting back, and they're just daring us to shoot the three.
Finally, an offensive foul on that screen.
I mean, they've done it all game. They just lower their shoulder and run. So I'm glad to see they finally catch them. I mean, if we're able to do that, then you'd be seeing Criddle trucking guys all over the court.
That'll be Bunderson's third foul, and that is the 17th foul on the Cowboys. So the Trojans finally get to the bonus after the next foul. Criddle will take a jumper. Off the mark. Rebound to Powell. He'll hand off to Mulford. He'll take a deep three and nail it.
And the Trojans just aren't focusing. I mean, they're not playing defense. They're not paying attention to who they got, and offensively they're just in a hurry. I mean, they just are totally just discombobulated. I mean, they don't even know what to do right now because they're not focusing. They're not.
Yeah, you've got to pressure those passes and that ball. You cannot leave. If anyone, you can't leave Mulford open. I mean, that's an obvious thing as well. I mean, he shot the ball super well tonight, and he normally does, right?
Yeah.
We expect him to. That's his 20th point of the night. We've limited him in the second half a little bit, but it's because the Cowboys have been slashing and going to the hoop. Roberts has 6 points. all going to the hoop. Cooper has 7 points this half, and Powell has 4 points this half. But it's all been because they've been going to the hoop hard. Now, granted, I know you think some of those screens that are getting them open to the hoop are not legal.
I haven't seen a single legal one yet. So,
Well, that's an interesting statement.
I have personally, I have not seen a legal
Okay.
one yet. They like to keep their feet moving as they're going. I mean, we finally got that
no
one.
one's staying set, is what
No.
you're saying.
No, which is very illegal, and it's hard to get around as a defender.
Yeah.
Or just to be able to play defense in general, because even if you switch it, then you're off your track, and the other guy just runs away, just scot-free, because if he just knocks you over.
Tippy picks up his dribble. That's not good.
Can't do that as a guard.
No, especially when you're not across the house.
Especially that.
Or right when you do cross the line.
Yeah, or drive it to the corner and leave it. That's
AC will take a three.
Yes!
Hit it finally.
There we go, and hopefully that starts a comeback here. We're down by 13, so we have a long way to go.
That's his third three of the game. So all of his points are coming off at threes. 9 points for him.
And how many timeouts do we have?
We've
Two.
got 2 left. Both teams with 2.
This game's not impossible to come back from, but it's definitely going to be a challenge.
Well, we've only got 2:55 to go here, so the Trojans have got to pick it up.
Oh, yeah, they got to start hitting shots, and they got to play some good defense.
Some great defense.
Yeah, which they can do. I mean, that's not something that the Trojans can't do. They just haven't paid attention, like, at all when they're on their man defense. And they can't go zone because of Grantsville just break it down so quickly, and they won't be able to react fast enough to it.
Yeah, I mean, normally it puts a lot of pressure on your wing players there when we play that zone defense because they've got to get out to those shooters.
Yeah.
And it makes it super tough sometimes to be able to get out there. And I'm sure Grantsville is a good enough shooting team that if they get those opportunities, they'll hit them.
Yeah. And Trojan press doesn't
Easy
even
inbound
see
to
him.
Powell. Kate looking to do some pressure here. Matthews,
Loses it.
that's a carry, yep.
That's a quick turnover. See, that's what the Trojans need. I mean, if they come down
For
here
sure.
and hit a three, that's enough steam to get it going. Or even just a bucket in general. That gets us going.
Yeah, just need some positive something here, right?
Yeah.
Man, it looked
Definitely
like
a
AC's getting
foul.
fouled there, but no call. Matthews will shoot the three. Quick release, no good.
And a
fight
fourth.
for the rebound, and he's going to get
Over
his
the back.
foul.
The ref selective foul calling is seen once again, which that was a foul. But before there was other fouls they should have been calling.
Again, Grantsville's doing a great job of boxing out. I mean, Mulford's a smaller guy, but you see that? He puts his body into Tate and doesn't let Tate get over unless it's over the back.
Yes. And that is the correct call, but there are other calls they should make before that one.
Mulford good on that free throw.
Looks like a horn went off there.
The refs are going to call something here. You can't do that, right?
And who had it? It was a student.
It looks like Bo Johnson's involved. And
Now we get to shoot another one, I
Yep.
think.
maybe it wasn't Bo. Maybe it was someone else.
Oh, it was definitely Bo. And the Grantsville just gets the ball. I mean, that's just going to...
Oh, that's a bummer.
You might as well just give them... I mean, the 1 point's better than in the ball.
I guess that's unsportsmanlike conduct on the Trojans, right?
Oh, wow.
Ball back.
I mean, that really screwed the Trojans right there. To whatever student did that.
That's going to be another foul on Tate. That'll be his fourth. It's before the bucket, so we'll have 2 free throws here for Mulford.
Not only did they get that 1 point, they get another 2 free throws here. I mean, that's pretty big. So let's keep that as a reminder for students or any other game. Don't
Can't
sabotage
blow a
us.
horn.
Yeah, don't sabotage
Can't blow a
us,
horn.
please.
And he hits the second. Nine points for him this half. That brings him to 23 on the game. So he's had a great game tonight. Oh, Luke Olson for three.
And he's a good shooter, and I expect him to make that when he shoots it.
Big shot for the Trojans, but still long way to go here.
Yep.
And this will be the strategy that we talked about in the JV game. Grantsville just needs to work clock here, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
as long
you
as
don't
they
even
work
need
clock.
you don't need to score anymore. You just need to use all 35 seconds that you got.
Yeah, and the Grantsville coach definitely knows that. Like we said, he's smarter than both of us basketball-wise. And
Coach Austin has played a lot of ball, knows exactly what he needs to do. And when you get the rebound, yeah, that's going to do it, right?
Yeah, good. You got to get the rebound, boys.
And Powell with a jumper there.
I think the Trojans kind of just been giving up ever since that halftime. Not hitting
Grantsville made a
shots
great run,
not
and
getting
the
rebounds.
Trojans just never answered.
Nope.
Eli's a little frustrated tonight. This is the first time I've seen Eli go scoreless.
Wow, I haven't seen that either.
He's our leading scorer on the year, and the Grantsville Cowboys have just taken him out of this game. They'll just work this clock down here. Need to shoot it. They do.
This will be
Shot clock violation.
first loss for the Trojans in a while now.
Yeah, they've had a good string of games where they've been on a hot streak and won a lot of games, but this is definitely going to be one that they'll be able to take and have as a learning experience because the first half was decent. Competitive, physical, but competitive. But this second half has been all Cowboys. They've just really taken it to the Trojans.
No, I'd have to agree.
Tilby will fire up a three. Not catch anything there, but AC does save it off of a Grantsville player.
I mean, give Grantsville the credit. They hit the shots they needed to. I mean, they didn't miss very much in the second half.
Mulford really controlled the game and played well tonight for the Cowboys. His scoring in that first half, I think, did more than just keep the Cowboys in it, but really set them up for this win.
Yeah. And they played great and that was good job to Grantsville.
They came hard.
They did.
Matthews will fire up a three, no good. Bunderson with the rebound, and he'll just hold it out. That's your game, folks. Grantsville Cowboys 53, Morgan Trojans 38. A big win for the Cowboys, especially because it's a region win, and also just because it's a good rivalry. I mean, Cowboys and Trojans don't necessarily love each other, want to win every time they play each other, and the Cowboys got the better of us tonight.
Yes, they did, and I mean, congrats to Grantsville. That was a great game, and it was fun to watch all the way up until that second half that started going away.
Just a couple of stats here for you, Ty. The leading scorer for the Trojans, Matthews is going to end with 3. Tilby is going to end with 3. Harris is going to end with 5. Turner's going to end with 5. AC's going to end with 9. Criddle with 6. And Luke Olson with 7. So AC's going to be your leading scorer for the Trojans, only with 9 points. Nobody in double figures.
No one. I don't think anyone played good today. Honestly, I mean, actually, I think Criddle did pretty good. I think Harris had a good game too. He didn't score too much, but those two did what they typically do pretty well. But I mean, scoring wise, I didn't see anyone really stand out today at all. I mean, I don't think anyone had their day today. You know, everyone had kind of a bad day.
For the Cowboys, it's really a two-man show tonight. Normally it's Mulford and Moritzen, but tonight it was Mulford and Powell.
Yeah.
Powell played really well for the Cowboys, got a lot of rebounds, but ends up with 10 points. And Mulford's your leading scorer with 23.
Yep.
A huge game for him. Just really willed the Cowboys to that win with his play tonight.
Yes, he did, and congratulations. That was fun to watch. Good job.
Well, I really don't want to talk about this game anymore.
No, I don't either.
We're going to sign off. Hope that the Cowboys drive home safely, and we're going to call it a night. So for Tyler Buckway, I'm Ryan Turner. Good night. Hope they drive home safe. Thanks.
Yep.